What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. For many of you as black men, we are seeing the demise of some of our younger brothers in the hip hop industry. Now, I want to talk about this because, this was happening even during our time. I grew up in the 90s, but my God, these guys are just dropping like flies. And I mean that with all due respect. That's how many hip hop artists are dying. Brother PNB Rock died in LA. And over the weekend, a young brother by the name of Key Riches was killed in Compton. I used to live in Compton on Elizabeth and Alondra, which is Southside Atlantic Drive neighborhood. Okay. But I want to talk about this, and I'm not even going to get into the details of his death because he's just one of the myriad of issues or deaths that have happened in that area. But I want to talk about what Rom DMC legend Daryl DMC McDaniel said. And he was obviously a part of Ron DMC. As I just said, he says this: hip hop came along because we was killing each other, shooting each other, and having gang fights in the Zulu Nation. You MNFers have to stop killing each other. And people are like, what are we going to do? What can you do? Okay. Because all of the possibilities and all of the things to make the necessary changes is right at our fingertips, but nobody is utilizing them. I don't hate on this generation's hip hop, but we got to create hip hop all over again. And see, here is where lies the problem. What I want to ask black men, do we have any value to each other? Are we valuable to one another as black men? We can talk about PNB Rock. We can talk about this brother Key Riches. We can talk about a whole lot of brothers. Whole FBG Duck, a whole lot of brothers. The question I want to ask is, are we valuable to each other? The answer is no. And I'm not saying that because, even for those of us who are not, involved in, let's say, illegal stuff or shooting black men or anything like that, we don't have any loyalty to each other simply because we don't really need to. The reality is, for many of us as black men, we work for other people. We don't have any incentive of doing business with each other. Our community doesn't depend on each other. And so when you have groups of men that don't need to depend on each other, have a lack of respect for each other, even if you're not involved in shooting people or killing them, you don't care about each other, are the issues, are empathetic to what other brothers are going through, because we don't depend on each other for anything. And I found that to be quite the opposite in my entrepreneurship journey. One of the things about being an entrepreneur, especially for me in the sector of the black manosphere, it's almost everything I do, I depend on black men for that. Without black men, I don't have what I have today. So I am mindful of how I have to treat them or how I have to talk to them, because that black man opens the opportunity for me to eat every day, or for me to do something. So instead of looking at somebody as an enemy, I'm looking at that person as a brother to do something within the business, because that brother is helping me do something. And for many of our black men out there, we don't have that opinion of each other. So that's why when you have a brother like Key Richards or Key Riches, and some of these brothers coming up in these urban environments where another person was also killed, that's why a black man's life don't mean anything. And it don't mean anything to each other. Even if you are not a black man killing or robbing each other, if another black man's life don't mean nothing to you, then I'm gonna ask you, how does it mean, or what does it equate to those who are police officers, the women in your community, the voting blocks? See, he says we gotta stop killing each other. Nope. I gotta make your life valuable to me. If your life is valuable to me, I won't even think about killing you. Because even if you alive, I'm not gonna get no productivity out of you because we're not on the same page. Who cares? But now when I can start respecting you as an African-American man, a black man, wherever you're from, Black London, Nigeria, once I start to respect you as a man, I want to bring value to you. We're going to get past the killing part. We're going to get to the building part. Because I need you for something. I'm not saying that we're not going to disagree. I'm not going to say that we won't fall out. I'm not saying that. But what I will say is I'm going to have respect for you. And if I can't do anything with you as a brother, I will leave you alone. But if I find value in you and value in your network, then I can get to everything else. And let me just tell you this, and what I've noticed about a lot of black men, a lot of these black men are dying because of disrespect, or what is perceived disrespect. And let me tell you something, we can get a lot further as black men to just know a lot of black men want to be respected. Just start there. We complain about a lot of times that the women don't give us no respect. And sometimes for our brothers, we don't even give them no respect. We don't even have enough respect for some of our black men to even acknowledge them out in the street. Whenever I see a black man out in the street, how you doing, brother? Some black men will just almost be looking crazy that I'm speaking to them. Or if some of you brothers have noticed me out, I'll always, and that's anybody that's ever met me, I will sit back and if I'm not really in a rush, I will at least acknowledge you, or I will talk to you. Okay? Because why? You don't know who that man knows. You don't know what he's doing, what he can help you do. Okay? You don't know that. We don't know that. And that's the situation. We got to have some respect for each other. And what I have noticed is that once I can start respecting black men and respect them and give them some honor, I don't care what you do. Pookie and Ray Ray, a businessman, man, doors, opportunities will open up. Killers, whatever they do. I don't care what you do. Long as I'm showing you, let's show each other some respect and act like and then once we can even get to talking, then watch brothers start opening up opportunities for one another. And you don't have to worry about nobody being assassinated as much because we're actually showing some respect. Learning how to even talk to each other as men. Things like that. Things like that. But some of us, we don't even have the ability to do that. And once we get there, then we will stop treating each other like we crazy. Treating each other like we hate each other. Forget to stop killing, start respecting. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.